Howdy lovelies, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Wawa Crafting, where we learn, grow and craft together. In today's session, I'm going to show you how to use some of those little sentiments we stamped the other day and to make something of it that you can use in your journals. You can even include it on cards if you so wish. So let's get on with it. As usual, I just grabbed a few pieces of scrap here. You can see they are various widths, patterns, sizes, thicknesses, all kinds. And let's see where this takes us. What we're going to need is some glue and maybe a corner rounder, or not, maybe not even a corner rounder. So basically the process is to take one of your sentiments and we'll start from there. So I'm going to just trim this off because this is kind of skew. Remember, this was just trimmed. I'll just trim a little bit longer and I'll show you why. Right, and then just in there I'm going to trim so that we can make a fishtail. So I snip into the middle, more or less, doesn't have to be precise, and then that little bit. Now this needs to go to one side, otherwise it will go into the scrap box again. For this one, some glue stick will be fine. And let's start with the yellow. I think that will be fine. Why is this one looking a bit skew for me on the end? You could always use a paper trimmer. You can use your crafty knife. I'm just using a pair of scissors right now. Now this can be messy if you try and glue it like me. I know some people use glue books and they glue down on it. To me, I just waste a lot of paper. I'm going to add that in the middle there. And then I'm going to snip this off, not too far, not too far. And again, I'm going to trim it a bit longer, and I'm going to repeat the process. Snip in and then make a fishtail. It's the easiest thing. Snip halfway into your little cardstock. Most of these are cardstocks. And let's see. That is a bit thin for it to show. I will maybe have to just trim this like a hair width on each side. That can work. And now I'm going to add this in the same way. Do I want it the same width or a little bitty? Let's do it a little bitty further. And again, glue this down. You can see which parts these are. These are from the 6x6 paper packs that I just keep that little parts on top. It's where the paper pad is. This was a 6x6, and some of them has got this hole punched in the middle. You can still use parts of that. Just means we have to be a tiny little bit more creative. I'm going to punch a little hole in here, more or less. I just want to mark it for myself with a pencil so that I can see it, because this is really difficult to. And there we have it. That it's punched, we're just going to add a little ball pin. It is like a safety pin, but it's got this rounding on it. It looks like that if you don't know what is a ball pin. And then you can hook that on there, and you can then add it to different parts in your journal, whether that is on lace or not. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. These are so fun to make. These are truly fun to make. Let's see. I hope this is going to fit. I want to use this pink though. Same thing. I'm going to trim this quickly. I use my scissors as a guide to be able to cut straight. What I mean with that, I use the width of my blade to guide me in cutting straight. Just get familiar with your, this is not so straight, so I must be careful. I will just add it on the one side that is absolutely straight. So I'll start there. You can see that this is not the straightest little piece of scrap. And now just to trim that. And it would have been a piece that would have been thrown away. That is now becoming functional. I'm going to use this little strip. Also, there is not the straightest part. I'll add it to there and just trim. Also, it's the parts that's coming from the 12 by 12. You can see at the back of that, it is printed and it shows that it is from those strips. So you can really truly make the most of your stash if that is your choice. Again, just going to trim this a bitty. And maybe use this thicker, wider rather, piece. I just want to get that one side. And now we can add it there. Same thing. I'm going to add it. This one doesn't necessarily have to dangle from a ball pen. We can simply add that. Fold it up. You make it a focal point for your layout. You can make it a fishtail or not. I would want to make it a fishtail, so I'll just trim it there so that I can have something to work with. So I'll snip that in to one point, center, cut at a slant, diagonally into that point where you had already cut. And there we have it. There we have that. So these are little things that you can do for yourself. I'll place them on here and then you can maybe see them better. Little ball pen. It's not necessary to have the ball pen, but there you have some dangles. All made from scraps, and these can then be reused. Thank you for joining me today. Go and have a look. You probably have something that you can already do. Use this technique with. You can maybe use phrases cut from magazines, newspapers, other stamps that you have. The same principle can go for bigger stamps. It does not just have to be the little sentiments. You can do it with bigger sentiments as well. If you want to see more content like this, give me a thumbs up. And as always, I'll be appreciating it if you subscribe to my channel too. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload new content. See you back soon. Goodbye.